Okay, back again. So basically we're going to talk about the different dimensions of the idea, and we're going to use some pretty simple, straightforward analogies for that. So here we go. There's three aspects to every concept. Omek v'orech v'rochev. The depth, the length, and the width. Now those are the terms, but let's talk about the definitions. Harochev, the width, hu b'chinas hesber al-muskal l'kol tzad, is the explanation of the concept to every angle, or to every side, or to every facet, is another way you can say that each idea is multifaceted. V'pratim, pardon me please. V'pratim harbe, with many details. Karochav hanar, this is like the width of a river. V'lodvarm kavyas and levad kanahar katzar, and not just looking at the matter as it is, like from one angle alone, like a narrow river. Like, when you're at the table and you're discussing some concept, and, different people tend to highlight the different facets of the concept through their comments because each person sees the concept differently. Pardon me. And then, there's someone who can only see it, or who only wants to see it from one angle, more black and white, more narrow-minded, if you will, right? Think of an idea as multifaceted, like a diamond. Many times there are a lot of details there. So width represents the concept of the details of the concept, right? Each detail is another perspective, as opposed to a very narrow. That's like a wide river as opposed to a narrow river. The orach, and the length, who otzim yeridos rather haskala. That's the profound descent of the concept. Here we're talking the conceptual descent, of course. Lahalbishas hamuskal b'mashalim shonim, to express the concept in many analogies. Many different analogies. B'mashalim shonim, different analogies. Till it can be brought into the comprehension of a small child, etc. And that can be a child conceptually. So like us, the student, we're like the child, and the middle Rebbe is like the teacher. This is like a river that goes and is drawn down in length. So like Rav Hillel Parcher explains, the whole innovation by length, right, is the fact that the river is traveling away from the place of the source, so that even people distant from the place of the source can benefit from its water. So it's the same thing. We as students start conceptually distant from the essence of the concept, or from the depth of the subject that we're studying, right? But through the process of analogies that relate the different facets or the different details of the concept in terms that we can relate to, like we're doing right now, the Middle Rebbe is talking to us about, deep Kabbalistic concepts in terms of simple physical entities like rivers, like the water of a river, things we could relate to from our day-to-day life, especially if you've ever went hiking before, okay? So that we can look at the commonality between things we do know and the concept we're trying to grasp, and hopefully grasp that facet of the concept. And as we look at that concept from all its different facets, in other words, kind of gather in all the details that define it, it helps us, as we'll see soon, achieve knowledge of the depth of the concept and get the point. So that's like the length of the river as opposed to just a very short river. Okay, so let's see. I kind of forgot to look at my watch, so I'm not sure if we're making good time or not. So I guess we'll save the depth for our next date. But that's going to be at the width, the length, and the depth. Then we'll look at the relationship between them, how it works in the river, how it works, in the actual analog, like with the intellect. Then talk about, okay, that's how it is in analysis. How is it in the mind of insight? How is it with respect to the power of concentration, etc., etc. Okay? Thanks.